so this is the opening slide. And then we will have Yashika Voice to come in, and it'll say, come with us as we look to our past to gain strength for today. And then she'll read, Black woman, female human being of African descent, subject of extreme abuse and oppression based upon the inaccurate or faulty racist perception of inferiority by the oppressor, scientific, mother of civilization, one from whom all life comes forth, one who subscribes and practices thoughts and deeds which promote unity among people of color. Synonyms: wife, mother, sister, leader, teacher, warrior, adjectives: strong, intelligent, beautiful, compassionate, tireless, and fearfully and wonderfully made. And then Jazarian, you'll hear your voice say, I did not come from slaves. Okay? And then we'll start, come on Jazarian, because your first up is African royalty, come from that side of, where, no, what did I say, the kids over here?
Yeah, kids over here.
Come on this side. Okay? So you'll actually start, because you'll actually be able to see. She's gonna go off, and then the next thing we'll hear, and this is your cue. And then you'll deliver your lines, and then you're gonna exit grandly. And then we're going to go on to the next.
In 1619, Virginia was an isolated British settlement on the Chesapeake Bay, sparsely populated by men trying to make the colony profitable for England. But the colonists were devastated by hunger, disease, and raids by Native Americans. So when the White Lion, a badly damaged Dutch slave ship, arrived carrying 20 kidnapped Africans, the colonists bartered food and services for the human cargo. The colonists had no model for slavery. The Africans joined poor white Europeans as indentured servants. They would earn land and freedom in exchange for 7 years of hard labor. The colonies prospered, and as exports grew more profitable, the colonists were reluctant to lose their labor. Unlike their European counterparts who held citizenship in their home countries, Africans were not subject to English common law. They were workers without rights. In 1641, slavery was legalized. Africans became chattel, personal property that could be owned for life. Slave labor enabled the colonies to become so profitable that in 1660, England's King Charles II established the Royal African Company to transport humans they called black gold from Africa to the Americas. When England finally outlawed its slave trade in 1807, America relied on its own internal slave trade. By 1860, 1 million humans were being moved and sold in the colonies. Families were torn apart. Traders marched their chattel from the East Coast to the southern plantations. Along the way, slaves were herded like animals into crowded pens, yards, and warehouses. Traders and owners wanted a self-reproducing labor force, and the labels they used reflect the degradations of slavery. Bucks and breeding wenches were sold at auction, along with prime hands to work the fields and fancy girls, graceful, light-skinned women who were sold into prostitution or to be mistresses to their masters. The enslaved population was controlled by legally authorized violence, whippings and public floggings. Owners were fined if they did not punish recaptured runaway slaves. But slavery had always had its critics in America. As the slave trade grew, so did opposition. And eventually America became a country divided against itself.
So you have to already be up here when it gets to that part.
I already be up here. Look, when did you start walking on? Was they after America was divided?
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Can you start something?